One small detail I want to talk about before we get to our specific examples is when we're dealing with the normal curve and the binomial experiments in that normal curve setting, there is one technical requirement that we will have, and I want to just brush through it very quickly. The technical requirement is this. Given the population proportion, so suppose we're given p is 0.4 and n, the number of trials or the sample size, is given to be 110. One requirement for this procedure to be valid is this. It's a technical requirement that for our course we won't need to concern ourselves with this, but the two requirements are n times p must be greater than or equal to 10, n times q must also be greater than or equal to 10. So strictly speaking, you would need to compute n times p, which in our case is 110 times 0.42 is 46.2. So this first requirement is met. And then now we need q. Now remember how to find q. Q is 1 minus p. So 1 minus 0.42 gives us 0.58. Now take that value times the 110, and that value is 63.8. So in this scenario, these two conditions have been met. That's the last I'm going to discuss about this notion. For our purposes, for the rest of this semester, especially this semester, for our purposes, anything I give you, you may assume these two conditions have been met. And so any problems in the text that have not met those conditions, I will take out of that assignment. And so for our purposes, we may assume that these two conditions have been met and that you're good to go working the problem using the normal curve with binomial experiments.